Logistics and technology, they don't mix. And I'm going to explain to you why they don't. Let me take you back what logistics is. Let's just look about it holistically and philosophically what it is. It's a blue-collar industry. And because it's a blue-collar industry, we come from humble roots. Logistics people, most of us that makes the engine run, aren't nerds. Sure, there's some great, brilliant people at very different types of levels and so forth, but for the greater part, if you think about it as an industry, it's a blue-collar industry. Turn up to work, 9 to 5, punch a few things in the keystrokes, and we're done with it. We don't want to think about it. That's the industry. And it's because of that mindset and that type of environment, we don't attract the people who are smart enough to actually get what logistics technology, or rather Logitech, is. Of course, because we feel the world's movement from the past into the present and into the future because of supplying the goods that we all need. We have to sort of be dragged by the rest of the world and the industries that we serve to be more technologically competent to meet their needs. And believe me, it's painful. I have sat behind many conversations where companies of varying sizes and different sectors of the logistics industry try to grapple with this technology. And essentially, you're almost listening to gibberish. Why? Because logistics people are very stubborn. We just want to do something for the rest of our lives, that one thing, and we're done with it. Technology on top of that, good luck. And that's the reason why Silicon Valley and a lot of the tech companies haven't been able to game change our industry. There are so many people and so many hands in this thing we call logistics. And multiply the complexity with statehood, varying countries with different mentalities and cultures. You know, I mean, we can't even convince 3 of our friends to meet at the same time to eat the same food. How are you going to convince one of the biggest industry, if not the biggest industry in employment across different geopolitical regions, to come and be cohesive and trying to adopt something? Our way is just one way amongst thousands of ways. Now you understand why it's complex. I'm pretty confident today, any serious logistics companies of any size, you'll invariably hear maybe the CEO or the top managers, you know, them drum beating, oh, technology is the future, technology is the future. If you really ask these people who's saying it, probably over 80% of them don't actually understand what the hell they're talking about. Because I've been on the front lines of trying to talk to tech people. Believe me, we do this every day. It's painful. Tech people don't talk like logistics people. We might as well be talking to aliens. So this is why most tech companies who tries to build software or technology for the logistics industry fail. They don't understand to start, and they don't know how to communicate for second. And 3, when they do create this system, it's not just for that one company. They invariably want to sell that product to as many customers as possible. But guess what? Every single logistics provider talks differently to one another. Even though we do the same thing, but we talk differently, we behave differently, and our competencies are different levels. Now, can you imagine a programmer who just relies on 1 zeros, 1 zeros, who doesn't deviate from that? Try to understand that. It's super inefficient. So this is why logistics and technology is such strange bedfellows and such an odd couple. I'm sure the day will come eventually we get this right. What do I mean by get it right? It actually serves a function and actually have allowed companies to make more efficient decisions and be profitable. Sure, there are technology companies out there making a big names for themselves in the logistics industry, but are they providing true value? No, I don't think anyone has done that yet. The great engine that fuels our industry, that's logistics, which is the importers and the exporters, the traders of goods, don't care. Whilst we want the tech, but if they don't care, they're not willing to pay for it, we're not going to continue to invest money into it. Because most business that our industry serves are not the enterprise size clients, are your main street clients in terms of, you know, your bricks and mortar or e-commerce business, but mostly SMEs not a lot of them can afford the price of technology that some logistics company want to charge for it. We're trying hard every day here trying to get that right, and we don't have it right. But at least we had the visibility now, understanding what is wrong, because that's the first step towards getting something right, is to know what you've done wrong or what you are doing wrong, or at least you can see what you're doing wrong and then try to take steps with it. So yes, that day will come when logistics and technology will come together and sync perfectly. When they do, my fellow logistics people who are watching this, a lot of you are going to lose your jobs. I'm sorry to say. That's the truth. Because let's face it, most of us are just glorified data entry people. So this is it. I don't have the solution, just chucking it out there, sharing my thoughts as I see it. Logistics and technology, strange bedfellows.